You know that feeling when you wake up and your heart's already racing? Like your brain started the anxiety party at 6 a.m. without inviting you? Yeah, turns out your nervous system might be stuck in survival mode, and it's been lying to you about literally everything being a threat. Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you will completely change how you see your anxious brain. And by the end of this video, you'll have 3 actual methods, backed by neuroscience, to turn down that internal alarm system that's been screaming for years. It's Psychology Unfolded, where we decode what makes you, you. Here's the thing nobody talks about. People who live with constant anxiety aren't just worriers. They're not dramatic. They're not weak. Their brains are running a completely different operating system, and understanding why changes everything. Let's start with the most important question. Why does your brain treat a work email like it's a charging bear? Here's what's actually happening. Your amygdala, that almond-shaped threat detector in your brain, has basically become a smoke detector that goes off when you burn toast. Except the toast is everything. Your boss's tone in that Slack message, the way your friend said, "We need to talk," that random noise outside your apartment at 2 a.m. Fun times, right? But here's where it gets wild. Your amygdala doesn't actually know the difference between real danger and perceived danger. It's working with caveman software in a modern world. Back then, anxiety kept you alive. That rustling in the bushes could be a predator. Better safe than dead. But now, that same system treats your inbox, your bank account, and your social calendar like they're all saber-toothed tigers. And here's the kicker. Research shows that people with chronic anxiety have an overactive amygdala. It's like having a car alarm that goes off every time someone walks past your car. Not just when someone's breaking in, when someone's just existing near it. Your brain isn't broken. It's just incredibly, exhaustingly sensitive. Now, let's talk about what your body's doing while your brain's having this internal meltdown. Ever notice how anxiety doesn't just live in your head? Your chest gets tight, your stomach twists, your hands shake. You feel like you can't catch your breath even though you're sitting perfectly still, doing absolutely nothing threatening. That's your nervous system. Specifically, your sympathetic nervous system, the part that controls your fight or flight response. And for people with chronic anxiety, it's basically stuck in the on position. Here's how it works. When your brain detects a threat, real or imagined, it sends a signal to your adrenal glands. Release the cortisol, release the adrenaline, we're under attack. Except you're not under attack. You're just sitting on your couch thinking about that thing you said 3 years ago that probably no one else remembers. But your body doesn't know that. So your heart rate increases, your breathing gets shallow, your muscles tense up. You're preparing to run from danger that doesn't exist. And because your brain is also releasing cortisol, your main stress hormone, you're essentially marinating in anxiety juice all day long. Studies show that people with chronic anxiety have elevated baseline cortisol levels, not just during stressful moments, all the time. That's why you feel tired even when you haven't done anything. Your body's been running a marathon while you've been sitting at your desk. But wait, it gets weirder. Your brain has something called the default mode network. It's the part of your brain that activates when you're not focused on anything specific, when you're just existing, daydreaming, letting your mind wander. For most people, this network is pretty chill, but for anxious people, it's a highlight reel of every worst-case scenario ever. What if I lose my job? What if that headache is something serious? What if everyone secretly hates me? This is called rumination, and it's not just annoying, it's actually rewiring your brain. Here's the part that sounds terrifying, but is actually hopeful. Your brain is neuroplastic. That means it changes based on what you repeatedly think and do. If you spend hours every day catastrophizing, your brain builds stronger neural pathways for catastrophizing. It gets really, really good at finding things to worry about. It's like you're training your brain to be an Olympic-level warrior. Congratulations. Gold medal in anxiety. But here's the thing. If your brain can learn to be anxious, it can also learn to be calm. And that's where the 3 methods come in. Method number 1, Vagal tone training. Your vagus nerve is like a superhighway between your brain and your body, and it controls your parasympathetic nervous system, the part that calms you down. People with anxiety often have low vagal tone. Translation: their calming system is weak, but you can literally strengthen it. How? Cold water exposure. Splash cold water on your face for 30 seconds. Your vagus nerve activates immediately. It's called the dive reflex. Your heart rate drops, your breathing slows. Deep, slow breathing also works. 6 breaths per minute. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Do this for 5 minutes daily. You're basically doing push-ups for your nervous system. Method number 2, the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. When anxiety hijacks your brain, you're stuck in your head, spiraling. This technique pulls you back into your body, into the present moment. Here's how it works. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. Sounds simple, right? But it's genius. You're forcing your brain to focus on sensory input instead of imaginary threats. Your amygdala can't scream about the future when your prefrontal cortex is busy counting textures. Method number 3, reframe the narrative. Anxiety tells you stories. Something bad is going to happen. You're not safe. Everyone's judging you. And your brain believes it because anxiety is a really convincing liar. But here's the trick. You don't fight the thought. You question it. Is this thought true, or is this my anxiety talking? Most of the time, it's anxiety, and naming it takes away its power. Cognitive behavioral therapy calls this cognitive restructuring. I call it catching your brain in a lie and calling it out. The more you do this, the weaker those anxiety pathways become. You're literally rewiring your brain to question the panic instead of believing it. Look, anxiety isn't going to disappear overnight, but understanding how your brain works and giving it the tools to calm down, that changes everything. You're not broken. You're not too much. Your nervous system is just stuck in protection mode. And now you know how to turn it off. So next time your brain tries to convince you that everything's a disaster, you can smile and say, "Nice try, amygdala. I'm on to you." If this resonated, drop a comment and tell me which method you're trying first. And don't forget to subscribe. We break down the psychology behind your everyday habits simply. Click one of these videos next. Trust me, they'll explain even more of what's happening in that beautiful, chaotic brain of yours. I'll see you there.